Yo, what's good people? Welcome back to the Nerd Crate. In today's video we are looking at that little Heutiges sector right there. Let's get him down. 112 sector, Storm Collectibles. Let's get it. Yo, and here we go. Welcome back. So first things first, number one, these things that are rubber will eventually unavoidably bend upwards if you have them in a pose like mine. Do not fear, it's rubber, they will come down. Second, I will not go through all of this. We will go through all the new accessories. I will show that. I will show you the colors and the figures overall, but we will not go through the articulation because I've done this to death. Also not the hands, I will just show how what they are. Also not height and weight, comparisons and posing. Because like I said, I've done this to death and you will find this all below in the description in a fitting playlist for all the Mortal Kombat figures I got so far. Everything except Noob Saibot, which is also a Palette Swap character. And you will also find it up there. So if you want to see how these guys work, the full Mortal Kombat line, please go in there. You will find plenty of videos. All right? And of course, also first things before we get to anything else is the packaging. Same as on all the other Mortal Kombat figures before, we got a wraparound of Sector here, partial varnishing on the Mortal Kombat logo, and Sector in the back we got blue around the dragon. I don't know why, but it looks cool. On the side, the wraparound continues. On the back, a few action scenes and also poses, and also the trash compactor. Son of the Grandmaster bio on the top, the logo below bluefin and warning, and on the side, essentially his versus or fight stance. So all the same. Now let's start with this guy, and in order to do that, we got to start with the instructions. That is the same as before. We got a black and white piece, but it's weird. All the other Street Fighter and such have color, this don't. And they show you what you need to do to have the trash compactor in there, to get the rockets in there, and everything else. See, even Storm Collectibles cut that down. They don't even show you how to put their hands in. So it's fairly easy, but it's nice that it's there. 3 pair of hands in total, and what have I done there? I just wanted to show you that these and these are different. So you get a pair of fists, you get a pair of kind of posing hands, or maybe, I don't know, stretching down on the floor, something like that. And you get a pair of strained hands and a pair of a little bit looser strained hands. So I mixed them up for the pose for Sector with a rocket in his hands. So these are the duplicates. This is what you get, and you pull them off the ball joint. Easy as it gets. Last for his body, nice fan service. You get 3 exchangeable wires from the back of his head in case you should lose one, because they are just plugged in on the top here. Can happen, didn't happen to me. Nice that it's there. Rockets are always nice, and he comes with one. We have a nicely sized rocket with silver and black and red as paint details, and we have a little bit of sculpting going on there with some pins even and some bolts. That's nice, very cool. A little bit of a smoke accessory that has pretty good shaping, pretty good sculpting. Not translucent, it's just lighter and darker gray, and a little blast effect. And I think you might already think it. You just plug it either in here, and then you have this. Voice of Kaon users will know what I mean. Or you put this to the side, and you can put the smoke effect in here, and then you can just plug it in his chest. The weird thing is that the smoke is a little bit dented, so it looks like this. But you just do it like this, and then it's straight. It's okay. Plugs in 100% safe. Looks good. I won't use it. I use the rocket as you've seen for something else, but put it in some hot water and you can bend it back into shape. Otherwise, nice idea, nicely executed. Even got a use for it. Finally, and that is the most important, we come to the trash compactor. We got this rail on which he moves up and down, which is very, very nicely done. We got blood on here, we got silver dry brushing over, I believe just over this gray, which works fine though, very nice. I like him, it's very cool. And further comes with this plate, the upper one, that extends for the full trash compactor experience with some smeary red blood effects and some splatters, and more of that dry brushing over this base gray with some vents here and some line details here. All nice, works fine. So head to the second. Second got this plate, we'll get to that in a minute. Same thing, essentially. This is of course the lower side, and we got this arm that spins and everything and can plug into his chest. And for assembly, you take this slider here, his arm, put this on first. You take the lower one with the one that has the railing ending just 2 millimeters before the very end. And you plug it in here, so it actually cranks a little bit into place and that slides. It's stiff, but it works. That's cool. And then you just put the lower plate below in here and crank it in place real quick. And that is your base. Next you do the same with this guy, just the other way around. You crank it in here and then you can move this one up and down. It's very stiff, so might not really press on these because I don't know how easy this will actually break. Just try and do it like this in the center and you know, support it in the middle and then have it pressing down or up. And then you got this huge trash compactor that barely fits on my screen. You know what I gotta do? I backed it up just a little bit so you get a little more. So sculpting comes through nicely all around. That works very well. I think it's a cool thing. I think it's a very cool thing. You can have these in or out. And of course, what's more important, you can take Sektor, open up his little chest compartment, and then you plug him in. And then you have this actual trash compactor on him. And I believe in the game it even spins or something and it presses you on the front, something like that. I don't quite remember anymore. I'm not using this. But it's a welcome thing, and it's especially a welcome thing because it's something new. There are a lot of pally swaps going on with the Mortal Kombat line, and of course it's all based on the pally swaps of the Mortal Kombat figures. It's just the way it is. But with this, it's always nice to have something new. I believe the BBTS exclusive even comes with some, I believe some flame effects? I believe so. Anyway, that's the trash compactor. When you unplug them, be mindful of a little something that just happens on mine. Essentially, it clicks into place here. This just broke off on mine. It's not bad. It just happened while unplugging it. But be mindful of that. Be a little bit more secure than me. So let's talk about Sektor real quick. Like I said, it's the same as Cyrax and Smoke, so I refer you to these videos if you want to see the full experience and also the playlist for more Mortal Kombat figures, because even though this has a newer body, it's essentially the same articulation. We're not going through that. I just want to show you the color on this, how good he looks, and then we're essentially already out of there. Like I said, size, weight, articulation, sculpting, it's all the same. What isn't the same is the color. We'll get to that in a minute. Sculpting wise, Sektor down to a T. Looks great. I like how this guy looks, and I'm happy I got this guy in my collection now because he wasn't essential for me after or during the Mortal Kombat 3 era. We have nice line details on his lower body that looks very, very cool. I like what they did also on the face, line details, visor like a ninja with the vents, black on the eyes, red here, silver on the whole head with gray on top here, black for the wires. Whole lower body and or below lying body is black. This is a floating piece. This is all nice. Black line work also on the upper armor, on the shoulders, a lot of line work. It's all nice and fair. Looks very, very cool. Hands are sculpted nicely. You've seen that before. Also the padded design of the hip skirt and the crotch, crotch armor. Belt the same. Lower legs the same. See, double knees. There's a lot going on with these guys. They are beautiful, they really are. But it's always the same, so we'll just go in a little bit of an update review. The problem with this guy lies in the color, and that's also going to cut severely into the final score, which you will see. We have this beautiful sherry metallic red on this part here. And then we rotate it upwards. Let me check. Yeah, you see that just fine. You see that cherry here. And here we got this faded red that seems also to be scratching. I don't know what happened there. I need to repaint it. Probably gonna repaint it red first and then put the black details in there with it, some thin black. Gonna do that in a few days, I believe. I just wanted to see or show you that there's a problem with this guy. I don't know if you guys know it, if you guys have it, but there's a problem with this guy. Also some paint bleed here, either from the silver to the white, or they just didn't paint it over completely. I don't know what happened there. Also the same fade on the crotch area here. That's weird. Feet are fine again. Most part of the armor is okay. But then the back and the shoulders. The back and the shoulders are fully faded. This a little less than the shoulders, but yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Nice Sektor figure. Like I said, happy that I got him. Completes my Cyber Ninjas. But that's it actually for today. That's it actually for today. Everything else you will find in the playlist down below or in the little eye in the corner. And now we can talk about a little bit of final score. And there he was, Storm Collectibles 112 Sektor. Is he good? In general, yeah. In general, he's the same quality as all the other Storm Collectibles. We have stiff joints. The hands are easily to be exchanged. Works well. Like I said, I didn't show that to you, but if you go to the other videos, you will see what I mean. That really helps. I'm just not doing full reviews for all of these guys. Every now and then I do a review to show you and to kind of break the cycle, you know? Otherwise, this guy is great, except for the paint fade. That's what I also showed you in the score. That's the only problem he pretty much has. Although he also has a little bit of a paint chip, I see it just here. So there are some problems with him. Everything else, the packaging, the appearance, the accessories, I mean the trash compactor is great. Playability, engineering, and also the price. The price for these guys, there comes a lot with them. And the soft goods make them a little bit, you know, strange cousins to Hot Toys. That works all well. That works all very, very well. The thing is, that's the first problem I've ever seen with those guys, with paint. That's just it is. So I'm gonna repaint him, at least the shoulders and the back, and then he's money. I think I'm also gonna do a little bit on the arms. You can use that too, yeah. And then he's good, and then he's going back here, playing with this little rocket, and then he's cool. So that's it for him. There's still one opinion missing, so, you know, so let's see what the critical cat says.
Hey cat, what'd you think of that dude? Aww. Good? Aww, that's cool. Thank you.
Girl's on a roll. Girl's on a roll. She likes certain things, several things the last few weeks around. That's nice to see. But I could see that she didn't get a detailed look on the armor. I guess that. But anyway, for today, that's it though. I think this is the line. I try to always get the same position here. I hope you enjoyed, guys, and thanks to Comics and Cocktails who sent him to me very quick when he was in stock. Great shop in the UK. Get it while you can. You know, we never know what politics are gonna do with a trade deal between us and the UK. So yeah, I can only say that. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy a little bit cooler temperatures as I do, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, be good, be well. Bye bye.